Hey everyone, Miacidae here. Welcome back to Battle Brothers. So today the plan is just to continue with contracts, trying to make money in the arena in Dahab, kind of the southern country, get some levels on everyone, kind of grow the group, get some more and better gear, more or less, because there's a lot of good stuff I would like, but realistically we don't have much. So that's realistically going to be the goal for today. So let's just take some of these contracts, come back to the arena, do what we can, and maybe hire a few more people, roll on what we can. So, okay, there is a Vizier of War who wants me to essentially take out some creature, paying me 420 crowns in total. I'll do that. I don't really think I need to prepare anything, so let's head off. I can't do any more arena contracts because I already did that for the day. Now the other thing I will mention is on off recording, I did put some titles on people. For those of you interested in how I'm going to be building some characters, this is just how I think I'm going to be building them. Like Broker here is going to be a tank. Lorky here is probably going to be using two-handed weapons, and he's going to be using Berserk. And he's going to be a Battleforged later on. Seeger's going to be a tank. Gustav's either going to be archer or thrower. Simple things like that. That's why there's titles there that are like that. That's what I envision them being later down the road. So let's go hunt some beasts. So here are some tracks. I was not expecting this. So after the battle is over, we just got out of the arena and Gustav was not in the arena. So were they talking about the battle that was leading into Dahab, which would have been like way over here? Anyway, Gustav is on his knees, his body swaying back and forth as he nurses a wound. We hear a muffled cry in between all too loud moans. Approaching, you ask if the man is alright. He shakes his head and explains that this was his first taste of real vicious combat. It is not what he expected and he is not sure if he can continue. Well, I can tell him to suck it up, or that there is not a soul who isn't scared. I'll get better, I just need some time, that's all. He gets dissatisfied. Well, he'll get stilled by combat, or he'll get offed by it. Well, sorry buddy, I tried. But we're all scared. Everyone's scared by combat. So the beasts that are hunting Dahab are hyenas. Well, we'll just see what happens in here. Because hyenas can be vicious. Alright, so we got 4 hyenas here. Have them come to us, so we're gonna all wait. What I really want to do, and I'm not sure I can actually do with this hyena. But what I would really like to have them do is come to me. And I know I'm probably not going to be able to do with this hyena. When did these things get so smart? I guess hyenas are a smart animal. I shouldn't say that. Because I would love to just have this one rush into me, but realistically, what he's probably going to do is run around and start hitting from right here. So yeah, I guess I have to have Adler run up and attack. I can see if Adler or Lorky can do anything to this one. We're going to Adrenaline so that he can do damage to the hyena. I'm going to save Broker so that he can engage these 2 hyenas. And then all my ranged attacks are going to go at this one hyena. Yazid engages him. And we can start doing the pitchfork at him. Lorky. Axe. There we go. Adrenaline again. Broker. Hit 1, hit 2. Now what I'm afraid of is this hyena just completely going around, yeah. See about taking out this hyena maybe? And as much as I don't want to have Yazid keeping this combat, maybe we take this hyena out. Okay, this one wants to run away. That's a good sign. Gonna up our defense by doing shield wall. This grants 15 melee defense for 1 turn. And then I'm just gonna end turn. That way... yeah, Zed can take a few hits. Lars here is probably gonna get engaged in combat, so I'm gonna switch him to the dagger. Oh, we missed the hyena. I'm gonna adrenaline again. Alright, going for the running hyena, because I do want it down. There we go. Now I can use Broker's turn. I believe this one goes next. So I'm going to see what it does. Yeah, it gets 3 actions. Aim shot. A little bit of damage there. Shield wall again. Seeing about breaking this hyena down. One up top wants to run. Down it goes. Stabby stab. It wants to run. Gonna get the one with Yazid who just went down. Pitchforking him. This one's confidence because it got the person down. So we probably do have to take this little guy down. Lars, you can take him. There we go. I can't switch back to his bow, so we have to wait until next turn for that. Pitchfork. Owie. Switching to the bow, or the sling rather. Stone. Got him. Aim shot. Got him. Aim shot, we'll just do that. Got the hyena. We did lose a Yazid, but Broker did level up. We got 3 raging hyena furs, and we got some of our stuff back. I'm guessing the armor's broke. You're not entirely sure, as you're not particularly knowledgeable about the creature, but you find yourself staring at the hyena with contempt. They bear the marks of trash diggers, cretins which hunt in the weak despite having the strength and numbers to fight for their food. It is only when meeting you, seeing their own finality on the line, that they decide to fulfill their beastly destiny. You cut off their heads and ready to return to the Vizier of War. Alright, so I'm going to put a shield on Broker here because I do want to use him as a tank. I'm also going to be putting rotation on him. This way, if someone like Yazid was in how Yazid was in a bad spot, I can put Broker in and switch their spots without triggering like an attack of opportunity. I'm also going to be leveling up his health. I know he does have a lot of health, melee defense, and I do want his melee skill up a little bit. Looking at this, I think I might want to switch out his weapon as well, because this takes 14 a swing. If I just give him the scythe, that takes 10 a swing and takes a lot less fatigue off the top. So he's a lot more likely to hit with this. That way if people are trying to run away or anything. And I think Adler leveled up, actually. So I'm not sure what I want on Adler yet, but he has a lot of health. He got a really good defense level, and he got a really good attack level. If I want to use him as a tank, or if I want to use him as a really good, like, frontline damage healer, this is what I would want on him anyway. So we'll do with that. I'm going to give him Colossus just because HP. And now he has 85 HP. Let's go back and get our payday. 420 crowns. Crownling, this job you have done well. Siege to the chest, and you'll find your purse swelled. I think the viziers don't really like crownlings, though you are kept at a good distance. His servants instead are the ones to greet you. You take the hyena scalps and loft them into the silvered wheelbarrows. The servants scampered the goods back across the yard and disappear as soon as they came. The vizier whistles like a hawk and bearing down on his prey. You twitch for a second, but all that comes is another pair of servants carrying a trove of crowns. Alright, so there's 2 more contracts here. We can do the arena, which actually is something I would like to do. Repair materials, however, are very expensive here, and we do have a few injured men. So I think what I would actually like to do is buy some repair materials, because we're going to need them eventually. Buy some ammunition, because once again, we're going to need them eventually. And the food. A little bit of an expense there. There is no tavern here, so I can't get health or people happier. And I'm going to try to go and do this ambition. So, I don't know, though, where a place would be. So I'm going to go explore a little bit. And I have enough food for like 2 days. Okay. Almost 3. So what I can do is once I get low, I can go back to Dahab, buy some more food, maybe do the arena then when my stuff is more repaired and my people are not as injured. Yeah, those peasants didn't absolutely hate me. Land of the sun. The scorching, scorching sun. Okay, here's a camp. Before I go in it, some nomad cutthroats. There's not many. Okay. So I want to take a look at gear before I go in here, because I think I took some off some people somewhere. So Azim doesn't have a headpiece. There's his headpiece. All the ranged people, I want to have some sort of melee weapon on them that they can switch to in case of an emergency. Now they all do. Broker is a tank, so I wanted him having a melee or shield. So all my people that I have like designated as a tank that aren't in the back row have a shield. I want to keep him alive as well, so he's kind of designated to pitchfork for now. And I don't have many two-handed weapons, so like I really would like to give Adler a two-handed weapon, but I can't really do that. What I could do, this would lower his attack since his isn't great yet, is I suppose I could either give him a crude axe or a militia spear, but then if he goes up against anyone who has a shield, the reinforced wooden flail might be better, because this has an attack that goes over the shield and kind of ignores it. So I guess we'll stick with this and go into the sand-covered tents. Some nomad cutthroats. Those should all be melee. There's only 5 of them, really. Alright, well, we're still going to let them come to me. Come on. Yes, waste all your actions. Lorky. Go here. Smash adrenaline. Wow, you're already breaking there, buddy? You okay? Broker, let's slash at the cutthroat right here. Good job. Ernest, we're going to bonk the cutthroat. Good job, you got a notch on that club there. And then you can shoot at the cutthroat in the back. You missed. You know, if I go right here, can I hit? I can. Okay. Not that it was an actual hit, but it was a chance. Aiming at the cutthroat, we miss. A Seeger, we're going to have you go here. We're going to aim at one of the shields. Got a good hit. Eared, go at another cutthroat. And then we're going to adrenaline, do some extra damage. Then Adler, we're going to flail, go over that shield. Still missed. Alright, Lorky. Bonk. We are going to Adrenaline again, just to do some more devastating damage. He's gravely wounded, so we're going to decapitate. Cleave. He wants to run. They switched in. That's actually kind of bad for them. Going at the Nomad Cutthroat, who's not running. Gonna aim at the more wounded one here. Probably should have done something to try to get their armor, but that's fine. Actually, we'll start doing that. Gustav, grab your knife. And then try to sling that Cutthroat. That's one more down. Do the stabby stab. That's a miss. And, Adler, you don't have a knife on you, so I guess aim for the head. And Ernest, we're going to have you try to stun this Cutthroat. Lorky, smash? No? Okay. Gustav, stab. Stab again. That went past his armor because Penetrate does that. Still trying to take out this Cutthroat. There we go. There's two left. Both of them want to run. So this should be a slightly easier hit, yeah. Actually hit him, I'm surprised. And Lars with the stone throw. Nope, shield got him. Alright, so Broker. You do not have a knife. I don't think that it's going to make too much of a difference, but it's something along the lines of if armor is the more damage an armor is, the less likely it is to drop. Now, because I'm the Northern Raiders, I do have a trait that makes even 0% chance armor have a chance to drop. But, like, this guy's body armor that I think it's only like a 50 armor. Because I didn't damage it, it should have a better chance of dropping. Yeah, here it is, thick Nomad robe. So there we go. But we also got some trade goods, the spices. These sell for 320. Can probably sell them for a bit more if I go to the right spot. Got another scythe, which is a good sword. 137 gold, some medical supplies, few arrows, few tools and supplies, some foods, which are always good, although the roots and berries spoiled in the next day. And then, did not want to leave. I wanted to take all that. And then a bunch of other junk that I'm probably going to sell at some point. Gustav did level up. He's a thrower archer, or he's going to be one rather. So I am going to give him student. Student here makes him level 24% faster. I'm going to give him ranged skill up, so that's a +4. Probably actually want a little bit of resolve. I like a little bit of resolve, 40 or above resolve on everyone. The thing about that is, like, if people die, everyone has a resolve check. If they get hit or enemy or allies around them get hit for like a certain amount of their health, I forget what the amount actually is, it triggers a resolve check on them, and then you see that flag start popping up on them. It doesn't even necessarily need to be Gustav here who gets hit for his resolve to get hit. So that's why I just like it a little bit higher. And then past that, they are still susceptible to like range attacks and stuff. So let's add some range defense. I think that ambition is now fulfilled since I found it and I destroyed it, so let's wait for that to pop. There we go. Company is very eager and in high spirits. It sounded like a good idea at the time, but tramping around the wilderness without a map or a destination in mind turned out to be quite the strenuous idea to find riches, or even a battle. Your sore-footed bandit eventually come upon a worthy target, though, and everyone had to agree that the venture was worthwhile after all. A seeger almost glowing with satisfaction as he surveys the few remaining embers of the sand-covered tents. They hadn't the merest clue that we were coming. Like wheat before our scythes, brothers. Speak for yourselves, I'm no farmer. So, another challenge conquered. Alright, so, with that being said, back to Dahab. We'll see what we can do there. Because, I mean, they should have some bounties. Now that we got that out of the way, that should pay us some pretty well, and we probably can do the arena. Get paid some more. Also, like, get the retinue up a little bit more. You know, during the day. What I'll do is I'll wait until daytime, do the arena. And then we can, I don't know why I paused. Wait until dawn, do the arena, do what little we can with like food, all that stuff here. Maybe hire a few people, then do this contract. Alright, so they want hyenas, 2 hyenas, and we get 3 men. I think we always get 3 men. But with that being said, 650 crowns for it. So we're going to throw Broker in there, of course, because I want to level him up, and he's a tanky tank. Going to throw a Lorky in there, and I would love to throw Iron in there, but fractured ribs may be a problem. So if instead we throw Adler in there and give him the Cleaver, we might do better. Actually, no, we won't give him the Cleaver. We'll give him the Scythe, because the Scythe gives a plus hit chance. Alright, let's do this. So coming down, swipe at Hyena 1. Lorky. Chop at Hyena 1, Adrenaline. Broker. You know, I actually would love to be in the middle here, but I don't think that's going to work as intended. They're also both somewhat wavering. Slashing at Hyena 1. Then Lorky, let's hit Hyena. I want Hyena 1 down more than I want Hyena 2. And then we're going to Adrenaline again. Adler. Hyena 1 down. Broker. Hyena 2 wants to run, so we're just gonna swing at it. That's that. Easy 600 gold. Adler is now a pit fighter. I heard the crowds, and so here are your crowns. May you come visit the pits again. The arena is closed for the day, but you could return as early as tomorrow. Alright, has prices fallen, like, at all? Not really. I was kind of hoping to get some upgraded armor, maybe some javelins, because they have javelins here, and I like those, but they're like twice the price I would normally pay. Things are extremely expensive here, and I think that's because the ambushed trade routes. So if I can fix that... Oh, and warehouse is burned down, so... So there's a thing to do a caravan. I'm not seeing where he wants me to go, though. The Guilder might look the other way, but I pray the so-called soldiers of this town find the world of shade. You currently suspect be willing to help us where others are not. For coin, of course. He's paying a lot. 220 gold when the job is done, and 4 crowns per head for up to 20 heads, so he's paying me extra per, like, bandit or whatever I take down on the way, so that's up to an 80 crown bonus when the job is done. Blankwasser to the northwest. I think that's a place we can go, so sure. Oh, they'll give me time to think about it. Blankwasser. Okay, yeah, I can go there. We'll take the contract, and then that'll bring us to a spot we can go to. We'll just get new mercenaries or whatever once we're up here. Alright, so I need to choose a new ambition. You feel good today, ready to lead the Battle Brothers through any challenge to come. You gather men around, kicking Asigur to his feet and telling Abdari to finish scraping away the hairs at his neck later. When their muttering has subsided, you start to address them. So we can buy and sell 25 items of trading goods. That's gonna take a long time, especially with, like, wanting to do the trading goods system. I don't think that's for me. We need allies. This would get good relationships and better mercenaries and better men to hire. Wild beasts, defeat 5 packs of roving beasts. That would be things like the hyena. Or I can get the battle standard, which is something I've been wanting to work towards. That's what the banner bro is for that I'm building, so let's do this. So let's get 2,000 crowns set aside, which I have 1.1 for now. 1 now that I paid people. During camp, Abdari comes up to you with a pair of dice and a cup in hand. He asks if you wish to have a little game. The rules are quite simple. You roll a dice. Whoever has the highest number wins. It's pure chance. 25 crowns per roll. Fine, whatever. I lose. Nope, that's that. I'm not gonna take money from my men, but we gave him an extra 2 days wages for that. Actually, Abdari. Which one are you? Okay, he is a thief. So I was thinking at first he might have been the, or he might have been one of the indebted, and I was gonna go, oh wait, he's not making a wage, but no. We gave him quite a bit, and he's probably just scammed me. So we did not run into anyone on the way here, but that was a very easy 220 crowns. That actually did not... I mean, it paid for the food on the way here for the travel, but that actually cost us more to come up here. That being said, I don't think any of the items here are worth it. And we can't really sell anything for a good price either. What's going on here? Terrified villagers, rebuilding effort, and there are disappearing villagers. That being said, they are well supplied now. Is there anyone good to hire? There is a fisherman who costs quite a bit. He does come with a net, so that thing's worth like 100 on its own. And he has a knife. We might hire him later. Let's check out the contract. A drunken woman throws herself at you. She practically drools into your ear and you beat her off with a stick. One onlooker rushes to your side, yanking the wench away. Begone, wench, how many times must I tell you? The lady saunters off, climbing from one man to another like an animal between tree branches. Your rescuer offers his hand. I love how some of this is described sometimes. I am Raymond, a man of some importance. The counselor has been looking for you. Please follow me. Do you believe in monsters, Sellsword? I'm asking honestly, as I believe you've had a better walk around of the world than I. You nod. More than just a belief. Yes. Well, then he thumbs another page and looks up at you. Well, we believe monsters have come to Blankwasser, and we believe that's why people are going missing. Understand where this is going? I need you to find these make-believe creatures and get rid of them like any other. Are you interested? Well, what's this worth to you? 720 crowns when the contract is done. Yes. Yes. We can make your problem go away, sir. Okay, people. Equip for monsters. Do I need to... You know what? Let's throw better armor on Ernest here. If we're fighting monsters here, we're probably going to want a better... I was going to say a better hit rate, but Ired has a pretty good one as is. We'll be fine. So they went up across the river. Wow. So we're going to have to cross that river. Now, hopefully I can find them during the day. I found them. That's a lot of them. Lots of Nazir. I'm not going to pronounce that. I think it's German. There's 11 of them. And I think it's still night, so my ranged units are not going to have a very good hit chance. Not that they had very good hit chance, but... Alright, so the thing about these guys is they can do a lot of damage very quickly. And if they eat a corpse, that's why they look like this. They get stronger. So, yeah, things can get ugly fast. So let's just do what we can damage-wise. Maybe beat them away with a few sticks and stones. Like so. So we got a few injured. I'm going to let them come to me once again. Shield wall where we can. Just for the added defense. I was gonna say, you guys gotta come for me. Alright, the one that's feasted is probably the more dangerous. Now I have the same hit chance either way, so I'm gonna go for him. I missed both. I'm gonna adrenaline just so I go faster on the next turn. And then we can go at the one on the little raised platform and miss. Once again, just kind of waiting for them to barrel into me. Can I really not hit him? Taking out the one up top. A few of them already are almost ready to run, which is good. He thought these were make-believe. Ha ha ha. This is bad. Alright, so Lorky, we're gonna move down. I would love to do round swing. What's the hit chance, though? $55. Okay, we missed our friend, which is good. I was trying to figure out what the hit chance on Ernest was, and I couldn't find it. We are going to Adrenaline after that. Adler's going to move forward. We're going to try to take out this Naz. And then we're going to move forward so they can't take that corpse. And we're going to try to stun this one. And we're going to bonk it on the head. Then you're just going to go for the big guy. Taking out the one in front of you. I think we're going to Adrenaline again. Because he can just keep swinging again and again and again after this. Ooh, Iron's almost down. Wait, there's two that have feasted? Alright, well, let's get rid of guy right here. Well, we tried. One that was stunned I was aiming at. I had two 16s or 130% chance to hit it. Wasn't a great chance. Man, we do not have that great chance. So I'm going to switch Broker. Oh, he's stunned. I can't really do that, can I? I can. Okay. Then Shield Wall. And then let's take out the little guys that we can, breaking who we can once again. Yeah, guy in front of us. Bonk. Bonk. Take out the little guy. Now they're wanting to run, which is good. You can You can't even step down because your stamina's so fatigued. Ooh, they're even hitting Broker now. Let's try to hit one of these little guys, because if we can hit them, we can make more people run. Like so. And really all I need to do is make them run. I don't need to hunt them down. As much as they would want me to. Alright, so Adler, you can finish up here. Nope. We need Lars to switch to his dagger. And then he can do a little bit of damage there. I'm gonna have Ernest come over here. And we're gonna try to work down the bigger Naj. And then we got this guy that we can't hit, but he is breaking, so that is a good sign. Right, moving a Seeger here, we're gonna go at bigger Navs. Then 45 or 230s. We'll go for the 230s and miss, of course. Direct shot to him now. Stabby stab. And then you're so wounded. I don't want you taking more damage, so we're gonna go up and try to keep this one from running away. I would love for you to knock this guy out, but I don't think that's gonna be a thing. So instead we're just gonna bonk him on the head. Can I hit with a 53? There we go. Now he wants to run. So we just have the one left. We're gonna try to keep from running away. Going for the big Naz who's not running. Nope. Nash Zerher? I'm not sure. They're like, I want to say they're goblins, but I know they're not goblins, because there are actual goblins on this. Man, we can't hit with our arrows to save our lives. Alright, oh, we can stun. We missed, but we could stun. It was worth a shot. Big guy. Ooh, he got cut leg muscle, so I think that means he doesn't run as far when he tries to run. Alright, he is breaking. He really wants to run. He's down. We got the one little guy who came back, and then he took out Adler. The little prick. So I'm gonna adrenaline so I can go faster there. You know what? I'm not gonna risk losing Ired. Adler did die. We did get a few level ups, including Ernest, our banner bro. Lars leveled up, Seeger leveled up, Abdari leveled up. We got quite a few of their horns. We got some of their jagged fangs. We got some horns. Got their scythe, and we got the shield back at least. The fight over. You walk over to a dead... You know, they kind of remind me of ghouls. And take a knee. Were it not for a gate of ill-shapen teeth, you could easily fit your head into the beast's oversized maw. Instead of admiring the dental failures at hand, you instead take out a knife and saw off its head, ripping through a very tough outer layer of skin before surprisingly easily cutting through the muscles and tendons. Hank the counselor will be expecting some proof after all. 720 crowns, and Blankwater no longer has disappearing villagers. You bring the head to Hank the counselor, who stares at it for a long time. That reminds me of someone. I just can't put my finger on it, and I'm not sure I should. Excuse me, I borrow your time without paying for it. Servant, give this man his money. If this head reminds him of someone, that man I would not want to meet. There's no more bounties here. We're down another man. Although it might have been worth it, I'm going to hire Wilfred, this fisherman. He's actually really expensive, so I'm hoping he's worth it, but he does come with a net. That net would have made that fight up 10 times easier. I'm getting a lot of guys with health and defense. The tunic is not very good, but we can give him slightly better stuff here. So let's go with one of the... I thought I had a scythe. I do. I'm just blind. So there we go. Can I sell anything here? It probably would not be worth it, looking at prices here. Yeah, this item is probably worth around 36 because of how sales work. And I'd get 21, so I'm going to keep my loot. And move on along. Now, I am curious. If I were to sail, both of those are not cities I really want to go to. I was hoping to get down here, but they're not connected by port, so I could only go to these two cities, which aren't very far away anyway. So I think I either want to go to Bokenburg or Thalberg. I want to double check this. Bokenburg I can get stuff from, Thalberg I can't. And then I can go back up to Ivendorf for a little more money. So let's do that. And I have some trade goods I can sell there. So brigand, thugs, poachers, and a raider. The raider's going to have some good stuff for me. So I wasn't paying attention when I started the fight there. I didn't get too far in, and then I realized I have no health on a lot of people. So we're just going to the city here. Because otherwise I'm not going to make it through a few fights, because Broker here, for an example, his armor is in bad shape. He only had a few health. Ired here only has 35 health. Yeah. I also didn't notice people leveled up. So, a Seeger. Tank. I'm going to give you Pathfinder. So you can go places easier. We're also going to give you melee skill. We're going to give you melee defense. And we're going to give you hit points. Ernest, our banner bro. We're about to get a banner for, actually. Is going to get Colossus. So he actually has more health. Because right now he only has 53. Next, he's probably going to get Rally. We're going to give him melee attack. He really needs some defense, but these aren't very good levels, so we'll take that 5 resolve again, because that's amazing, and some extra health, just because I need him to be able to survive hits. Abdari leveled up from that one fight. I forgot to do this, so this is going to be thrower or archer. Student, so he levels up faster if he survives. 5 melee or 5 range skill, so hopefully he's actually hitting something. We're going to give him a bit of health, and we're going to give him resolve so he doesn't run away should things go bad. Lars, he has student, so now we're going to go... I think I actually want quick hands. So I'm going to change up the build a little bit. That way, if something happens and he gets into melee, I'm switching the dagger, or later on, I can switch ammos for free. We're going to give him range skill. We're going to give him hit points. And I'm going to give him some range defense there, because he has some decent resolve. I'm not sure how that's going to stack up later game, but we'll see. Okay, Bokenburg. We do have a contract. I'm going to look into it. So one of my men is giving me the bringing me more or less the contract. You sit alone studying the map as a stiff breeze tries to take off with it. As you struggle to keep the sheet on the table, Gustav, one of your men, approaches and slams the mug on the paper's corner. You look as he's a bit slack-jawed with a drink on his breath. He explains that he shared stories with a local by the name of Ingolf the Treasure, who has a proposal by us. So you have agreed to meet with him and hear him out. Ingolf folds his hand together when he sees you. This might be a strange question, but how interested are you in making a delivery for me? You explain for the right price, such a journey would be welcome from the usual dying that goes on around you. The man claps his hand together. Excellent. Unfortunately, I don't expect it to be quite like that. It's enough important to garner unsavory attention, which is why I'm looking for sellswords. It's going to Shab, southeast of here, so it should be safe for me. To a master astrologer. Cool. So how many crowns do we get? 410 when the contract is done. We can do that. I would like to stick around here until dawn at least, just to see if I can sell anything, buy anything, all that jazz, because trade goods, I at least have some. And we might need food soon as well. There's really cheap tools and supplies here as well. So I'm going to grab these. The spices that I have sell for more than they're worth, so I'm going to sell these. How is pricing otherwise? Not the greatest, okay. And there is a taxidermist, so can we make anything? We can make a hyena fur mantle. I'm not familiar with this. Right click and drag onto an armor. It gets plus 15 durability and plus 15 initiative. I mean, it costs 200 to make, so maybe not right now, but that could be good in the future. Armor is always fun to look at because you can see what I might be getting in the future. And some of the stuff is like really fun to look at, like the kite shields have different colors that I really like. I'm not sure what the paints really do for me. I can paint shields in my company colors. That would be cool once I have actual money. The male hauberks here have a lot of armor, so like things I know I'm gonna get down the road would be kind of cool too. And then hire. Can I hire anyone? The miller here might be worth trying out because I think we still have a few injuries, and just in case I get ambushed down on the road. And we can always try one of the miners. I'm not sure what the miners usually get for stuff, so let's get the miller first. Attack, hit points, initiative. I'm cool with that. We'll give him a flail. I don't really have armor for him, but he has a linen tunic for now. The miners come with pickaxes, so we'll hire Hans. He's cheaper daily. Not sure if that's going to make a difference. A lot of range defense. I'm not sure if there's anything I can really do with that, but he does have melee defense. He does have hit points. I will switch him over to a spear, and we'll give him the monk's robes that have slightly more defense before going and doing our contract, which right there. Okay, we'll stop at Thalberg just in case I can drop some supplies there, but I don't see that being a thing. Hey, brigands. Wait. Before I make that mistake again, they are almost healed. Okay. Come back here, you fools. I don't think it's going to be worth it to chase them. I don't have that much more food, I just realized. So let's just get to Thalberg. Oh, they have a kennel, so I can get war dogs here. And potentially war hounds later on. I'm not sure how that one's going to work. They also have an armor, so they can have the same thing here with heater shields. Fun colors, fun little things you can add on. Weaponsmith. Oh, they have a famed weapon. They have multiple famed weapons. So from what I'm aware of, famed weapons are like slightly better versions of the normal ones. So like the mortal eye poker and the septum here, or septum here. I'm not sure how it's actually pronounced. You can see some slight differences. So this has 60 durability. The mortal eye poker has 80, and it seems to ignore a lot more, or a lot of the more damage ignores armor. This has 25% damage ignoring armor. The mortal eye poker almost has 39%. Other than that, I think it's the same. But oh, and has weapon skills use 3 less fatigue. So you can kind of see what famed weapons are. However, they are a lot more expensive if you buy them. This one is worth 750. This one is worth 2,800. But if you buy it, this one here is selling for 1,069. The Mortal Eye Poker is selling for 7,980 gold. I've actually never seen famed items sold, so this is kind of cool. There's also the Unsung Hero Skull Crusher, which is a one-handed mace. I'm not sure what this is a famed weapon of, but a full mace with a short shaft and attached blades. The smith who forged this weapon certainly knew what he was doing. So this one's worth 11,000. Fun stuff. I like poking my head in and seeing what all that is. We need food though before I continue on, so we're going to buy ground grains. And I'm going to need a little more food, so we're going to buy the goat cheese. It looks like I might be getting a little more money worth of stuff here, so I'm going to sell the cleaver, a few of the wooden sticks, a few of the bludgeons, just so I have a little bit more money. Maybe the pickaxes as well. And then we can go down to our bounty, or our quest location. Well, or we can... The brigands were taken care of quite quickly there. Never mind. I was going to help there, but they were annihilated. Well, 5 nomads, some outlaws, and some slingers. They want to help. Ooh, I want that pole mace. Or the whip. We're going to let them come to me. Are the outlaws or the cutthroats? I always get these mixed up. The ones that do a lot more. Alright, so we're going to have you just damage him. And then Lurky, Adrenaline, and wait for them to come to me again. If I go here, I can try to hit the Nomad Outlaw. We actually hit him, I'm surprised. And then slash here. Just kind of move slightly forward. Trying to pelt them where I can. We're gonna Adrenaline to go faster than the pole mace, because he can do some damage. Oh, they actually hit Broker there. Maybe we stun the outlaw. We stunned the outlaw. And then going at the outlaw here. Okay. Lurky. Down he goes, off with his head. And moving forward, we're not going to use Adrenaline this time. Ired, let's get the pole mace here. Maybe. Unfortunate. I'm not sure what that throwing the sand really does. I think it might lower their chance to hit, but I'm not sure on that one. Alright, we're going to start pelting the slingers. Maybe. There we go. If I move forward a bit, we can still do the aim shot and miss, like usual. Now he can't use his slinger. And we can go for the other one. Maybe. And Ernest, you can go tie up that guy. And swing away. Poke 1, poke 2. Well, so much for our fisherman friend. Pole mace got him good. Can do an aim, or I guess not aim shot, but we can shoot down. Go for the slingers here. That's one down. Can go for the shielded outlaw here. That's a miss. He's like the one factor I haven't really gotten to yet. I guess Ingmar should be going for the guy with the shield. Stun the slinger. Bonk him on the head. And down with the outlaw, decapitate. Poke. Nope. We really can't hit this guy, can we? Well, there's at least an arrow to him. I can do a 5% chance to hit or a 5% chance to hit with an aim shot. I'll take the less accurate 2 shots with the 5. Flail. Go over a shield. Nope. Decapitate. There he goes. Shields. Or stones. And there he's locked up. Bonk 1. And let's go get him. Oh, I can still cleave at him. Okay, cool. And at the slinger. Off with his head. Surprised he's still hitting me with the whip in close combat. Over the shield. Got him. And he wants to run away. We're not letting that happen. Down he goes. We did lose Hans. No one leveled up. We got the pole mace, which is amazing. We also got the whip. And some nomad slings, which are a bonus. The stitched nomad armors are good, and the nomad light helmet is actually kind of a big bonus there. Alright, so let's figure some of this stuff out, because that pole mace is a lot better than this pitchfork. 30 to 50 damage, 60 to 75 damage, and I think it ignores more of armor and more effective against armor. So we're going to be using that. Ired, you have a better hat. This is actually also better armor for you. Your armor then can go to Ingmar here, and so can your hat. And Wilfred, you can have a better robe. And then for now, Ernest here, you can have a better mace, actually, while I figure things out. And then I'm going to give you the whip, which can be useful in some circumstances. I also think I'm going to give our banner bro here the bandages, as a just in case people get bleeding. That's a lot more cutthroats down there. I think I'm going to avoid them, just because the cutthroats are the ones I just fought. No, outlaws were. I probably should have gone for them. So there's some crowns. Armor, taxidermist, alchemist, temple. Now, if I wanted to get a very, very good thing, I could start using the temple, but let's see here. What else can we kind of do? They're going to pay a lot for my stuff, so let's sell some stuff and see what we can grab. I'm not sure that the net... I should check this. Not the temple. You have taxidermist and Naz brains. I'm not sure they're used for anything. So I'm going to sell these for now just because I don't know what they're used for. I have a lot of extra shields for now, so I'm going to sell those. The staff sling itself I'm going to sell. And then I have a nomad sling there. Okay. Selling a few of the wooden sticks. We're going to sell one of the militia spears, and I'm going to sell the pickaxe. And then these tunics are like worthless. So that puts me at 1,400 gold. If I really wanted, I could probably sell the hyena fur, but I think I want some of the stuff that might give me. Let's take a look at the contract. And then this is probably the contract I'm going to pick up on in the next episode. So there are no horns, there is no confetti, no cheers, but there is yet a certain level of pomp when you enter Tawad al-Bakir, the Master Astrologer's room. So we're still dealing with the Master Astrologer. It is so decorated with gold and silver, so intricate jewelry made by genuine craftsmen, and a harem of nothing but the most attractive women, that one can't help but be spurred to do whatever is asked, if only to have a chance to partake in seemingly day-to-day activities. And the Master Astrologer sits atop a pile of cushions. Ah, Crownling, I've been expecting you. Please, come no closer. You will scare my attractions. I have a simple task for you. Nomads have been plundering my caravans, and I am with fewer coins in my coffers. I'm sure you understand what it's like to be deprived of in any manner, yes? You seem so dumb, so blank, so to be, involved with what you do. I need these nomads gone, and I'm willing to pay 420 crowns to have it done. Does this language please whatever resides between those ears? I don't like this guy. So 80 crowns in advance, 340 when it's done. Yeah, I can do this. So we're gonna go do that. Between that and what I get there, that's probably gonna get me my banner. Unless I have to pay a lot of people, which might happen. So that's where we're gonna leave off. This time I'm gonna go do his Raiders Retreat at the top of the next episode, and that's probably where we'll go from there. We don't have too many major injuries. The split hand does suck. That is some major minus melee skill, so he's not going to be hitting very often, but I can still use him at least. And the fractured elbow is just minus melee defense, but I can still... we can maybe take Lars out because he doesn't have much health, but we'll see if he has health by the time we get there. Otherwise, that's where we'll leave it. We'll pick up from here and maybe do some more stuff down here. Going back to Dahab maybe for some more arena battles, because that's some easy money for the most part, how it seems. I know in some of my testing runs, though, that got very, very hard very, very quickly. So I do have to, like, read through the text. That's why I have been reading through some of these going, okay, what am I actually getting myself into? The other part of that is, like, I need to make sure with the traveling ones, I'm not going up to some of these red ones. There is a way for me to get on good terms with them. It's just going to be a pain in the butt. So I need to have money available to me. And I want this banner first before I get that money available to me. So that's kind of the plans for now, and we'll take it from there. So that'll be it for this time. Like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube jazz, and otherwise, as always, I wish you all well. I'll see you next time, and please have a good one.